It's Eric Nagel. He is back.
New of the show, Eric and Jordan here with you, talking about television, movies, streaming updates, all the news that's fit to print. And as we do with segment 2, we start off by telling you about things that we're watching, that we're playing, we're consuming. We did part of that in segment 1, so it's pretty fast in segment 2 here. Jordan, what have you been watching?
I started rewatching the first season of The Pitt because I need to go back and just kind of catch up and start season 2, which has been doing great. Everyone loves it. I think they're getting a season 3 for sure. There's a show that, and I hate that I'm finding stuff like this through TikTok, but I've been seeing tons of clips for things like The Lincoln Lawyer and Landman. Mm-hmm. So I started The Lincoln Lawyer on Netflix. And I watched 4 episodes in a row. It's actually pretty good. So I'm going to go through all of Lincoln Lawyer, which is apparently getting also another new season. And then I caught up, watched the second episode of Rooster, the Steve Carell show over on HBO.
Yeah, I haven't.
I really enjoy that
yet.
It's really good.
It's good?
Yeah, I think the writing is really good. The it's very funny, but like it's one of those ones where it's like the dialogue is quick. You got to kind of keep an eye on, you got to really pay attention.
Right.
I think it's a really decent show. Like I'm very happy with it. I like it. So that would be my recommendation is go and watch Rooster.
Okay.
But other than that, I didn't watch any movies this week. Nothing's really out. I watched a lot of stuff last week. I've just been listening to the same music just because, like I said, I'm going to the concert with the kids. So nothing really too new. Next week I should have stuff. I'm like I said, I'm going to go try to watch Project Hail Mary or any Ready or Not 2 is coming out. So I want to watch that maybe. So we'll see.
I watched the part of the Oscars and then watched the clips online.
Oh yeah, I've been watching clips. I didn't really watch any of that.
I don't think I really watched anything else this week. I didn't watch. There's so much TV and radio, TV and movie stuff that I gotta catch up on. I haven't done that. I watched more North Korea videos. One, how to escape North Korea in 2026.
Ooh, it's good stuff.
Is this really North Korea in 2026? Where apparently they built this mall and started making stores that they don't have permission to make, but labeled them something else. So IKEA found out and was trying to figure out legal action, and they realized there's nothing they can do.
Yeah,
because they made their own version of Starbucks, IKEA, Haagen-Dazs. They made their own thing. The Starbucks stuff, they were just getting the actual bags and crossing out the mermaid on the thing there. And
it's just Kim Jong-un.
And no, it's just blacked out. And it's just selling there. It doesn't have Starbucks name on it. Everything's blacked out. It just says, American style coffee or Guatemalan something coffee, wherever their beans are coming from. So yeah, I watched that thing. That was fascinating. I found this girl who she's from China and she posts stuff about her everyday life. Mm-hmm. She calls it life behind the firewall. And it's all the things you don't get to see because China blocks the rest of the world from seeing this stuff. And then it's what China blocks them from seeing the rest of the world. So she goes and shows you around her day and everything. I clipped one of her videos. We're gonna use it for the other project when we start that up because I was watching. So I'm like, oh, this is really interesting. So
I've seen some of those videos, especially when TikTok was supposed to go away. There was a lot of those videos coming out from people from China saying, "Yeah, China's not bad. Here's what this is," and they would show parts of China that I didn't know existed. And I was like, "This is fascinating." So I definitely want to see more of that.
Caddy Daddy, you watch Starfleet Academy. It sucks ass. It's so awesome. No, it's not a good bad show. It's a terrible show.
Bad show.
I watched the first 4 episodes.
Well, you got further than I did.
And when that one guy when he gets nervous, he throws up glitter. I'm like, oh, fuck this show. And then the hologram all of a sudden had her head shoved underwater and she's breathing bubbles. I'm like, she's a hologram. Why? She's trying to eat. Like everything about this thing is so fucking wrong. And Holly Hunter?
Yeah.
Can't sit on a couch the right way for the life of her. She's got her ugly bare feet on top of furniture and all weird positions.
But she's kitschy and fun. And
no, she's a fucking mess. Just stop. If you talk like this all the time, like, sometimes I got to put the captions on because she's mumbling.
You got to go to Starfleet 5.
And the rest after the 4th episode, I was just watching the recaps on Sparrow's channel or Nerdrotic. Go over there and watch those things. They paint it out better than I can about how terrible that fucking show is.
Whippet says Paul Giamatti. Like I want better for him, and like this is just not it for me.
It's not at all. In fact, he must have had. I don't know if he's going through a divorce or he bought another house. This is for a payment for some
sports situation where he just needs to build a pool.
Right. I'm looking through my search history here to see what else. I mean,
porn, retro 99, porn. Tell you about it.
And then I can see where my algorithm gets fucked up because my kid gets my phone, and I'm seeing a lot of Taylor Swift.
Nice.
I'm seeing the Huntrix stuff here. I'm seeing a lot of weird kid videos. What else did I watch here?
Like, I know Tom says this as a joke, as Holly Hunter looks hot in The Incredibles, but I would actually agree. She's got some hips.
Oh, they're in Fortnite right now.
The Incredibles?
Yeah, you can get their character.
I have so much V-Bucks
I almost bought
from not buying anything.
I was thinking about it.
Where's my super suit?
Yeah, and you can get his freezing punch stuff too.
I'll have to grab Frozen or something.
Yeah, I haven't really watched anything else, so I'm not good for that stuff there. I was scrambling Fortnite, trying to get that battle pass done as much as I can.
Yeah, we'll have to do the new stuff. I know my kid wants to play, and he always talks about wanting to play with you. So like we'll do. In fact, you did a stream. I have to bring this up. So I hooked my kids up with Twitch because we do Overwatch and there's a lot of Twitch drops. So I got him an account, and I did one for my daughter. And so he was on, you were playing, I think, Sea of Thieves or something the other night.
Okay.
And he got into your chat because it's not his name. So you would have known it him. And he left you a message that said, hey, we still have to get my dad to play. And I thought he was so proud of that. He came downstairs. He goes, I just messaged Eric to let him know that we need to really teach you how to play Fortnite better. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here?
Look, about
like,
5 months.
I know we joke about like my daughter sending you messages, but like literally my kid is now sending you messages.
They're all against you. They're all against you.
Fucking assholes.
Look, 5 months ago, I had no idea heads or tails of the thing. I was only playing it because The Simpsons were on there. Mm-hmm. And then lo and behold, now here I am 5 months later. I did not expect to go into the next season, but I really needed to get the DeLorean and Marty McFly. I just had to do it, and I wound up staying. And now there's weird shit going on. I don't know how long I'll be in this, but I got the battle pass. So
I gotta say, but like the pride that he just strutted down the stairs to tell me that he was chatting with you in your chat while you're playing.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? So I jumped in your stream real quick, and I saw the little message. You didn't address it. I didn't know if you addressed it, but I'd already passed. But I just thought it was funny. And like, I don't think he knows this is you, buddy. Yeah. So I'll have to tell you what his name is, because he might just pop in every now and then while you're playing Sea of Thieves or something. It's hilarious.
That's fun.
Anyway, yeah, I just thought it was funny. I forgot to tell you about that.
All right. I think that's,
it's coming out.
Okay. Let's see. What do we have here? Out now in theaters. Project Hail Mary. I want to go see it.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to make time to find it. I also want to see Ready or Not 2. I don't know if I saw Ready or Not 1.
I really enjoyed the first one more than I thought I would. So I'm definitely into seeing part 2.
Yeah.
It's getting good reviews, which is awesome.
So I want to see Project Hail Mary. I want to see Ready or Not 2. The Pout Fish.
Yeah, they just made
we talked about this on the other show. No one had any idea. So it's a book, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's voiced by Nick Offerman.
Really?
Who I enjoy. Nobody knows about it. There's no promotion for it. And I even looked on Nick Offerman's social media platforms because he has his one and then he has his wood shop one. No mention of it whatsoever.
I didn't know until I was doing show prep, and I was like, did they made a movie?
Yeah. The problem I'm seeing with it is because the art that they put out for it looks a little bit like Nemo. It looks a lot like this Will Smith movie from the early 2000s called Shark Tale.
Oh, I remember Shark Tale.
It looks like all of that stuff. So if you look at it, you're like, oh, I saw that movie before. There's nothing about it that stands out other than The Pout Fish, which I didn't know was a kid's book.
Yeah, it's Pout Fish with his Pout face.
So that'll be out and about.
All the time.
Yeah, and then the sequel, Grumpy Cat. Next up on Netflix, Peaky Blinders, The Immortal Man. I've had people keep telling me why they were.
I have so many people.
Peaky Blinders, and I want to. It's on my list, but
Yeah, me too.
I said this before. I'll say it again. Netflix needs to have a feature where you can manually adjust your watch list to move things up to a top priority for yourself. You used to be able to do this with their DVD service. You'd make a whole list of the DVDs you want, and you can go to your list and you drag them up. It's like, all right, I want this for the next 4 or whatever. They need to do that again for the current version, because there's so much shit on my watch list that I forgot
It gets buried.
about. And I can't get, the interface is terrible to scroll back on that list to find some other things. If you could have a separate page where I could manually adjust, drag and drop, like your YouTube playlist, you can do that there too. Drag and drop, move the stuff up so you remember to watch shit. I think they'd have a lot more retention on the platform than they do, but who knows? Well, wishful thinking. So Peaky Blinders, The Immortal Man, The Rise of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Our Brother. I don't give a shit about the Chili Peppers. I used to like their earlier stuff. They're more funk and punk style stuff. And then when they started going slow, I don't. It all started to fall apart when Under the Bridge became a big hit.
Actually, that's funny because I stopped caring. Well, I didn't really care too much. It's one of those bands that, you want to go see them at least once. So I finally got to go see them, and they didn't play Under the Bridge. And I was actually upset. I'm like, how do you not close with Under the Bridge or at least play it? And they're just like, oh, you guys fucking suck. Go back to jamming out with your.
And then on Netflix as well, Hill L, which who knows?
No.
Who cares?
No, that's the whole title. Sorry. It's The Rise of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Our Brother Hillel. It's there.
Oh, you have a comma there. Okay. Sorry.
Well, that's how it's titled, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't care about any of that.
I know.
None of that is going to do anything for me to go there. All right. Over on HBO Max, Rooster episode 3, Jordan's brand new smash hit of the summer for himself, even though it's still in winter. The Comeback season 3. I watched the first couple of episodes of the first season and I forgot to watch it, but the show was really good.
Well, and I put the note in here. Season 1 was in 2005. Right. Season 2 is in 2014. Season 3 is in 2026. They're doing that. What's that one that just came out? Like the apartment manager or the night manager? Or what was that one?
Oh yeah, the night manager with Laurie and Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, that one's like 10 years apart.
Yeah.
Like, I'm kind of digging this whole, you forgot the show existed, it goes away, and then all of a sudden they do another season.
I'm not.
For some of these little
lazy shit, that's the way British TV was.
Yeah.
I was talking to my friend Kevin the other day, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to go back and rewatch Red Dwarf, because I think there was one or two later seasons that I never watched, right? But you look at the years for it and you're like, oh my God, this is spaced out so long because they just never had a priority to continue a series until later. And I hate that. I hate that way of thinking. I hate that way of programming. If you get a show that has some success, it's a short time, lifespan that you have for this. Write it out for as long as you can. And then later on, you come back with a reunion movie or a new series or whatever.
Right.
But put it all out there so you have a foundation of shit that people enjoy and can watch. Not this, season 2 coming out 10 years later. Fuck all the way off with that. Over on Amazon Prime, Invincible season 4, Mercy. Is Fallout season 2 done? Because
yeah, it's done.
Okay, because I'm on the third. I was about to start the third episode, and I forgot to. I
think it ended like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Go back and
watch all of this stuff. All right, so I got to go back and watch Fallout season 2. Over on the cock, you got Wicked for Good, which is the second Wicked movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my kid will be happy to see that. And let's see what's coming out next week on Netflix. Oh, the second Sisu movie.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it. I want to watch it. It looks fun.
Road to Revenge. That comes out on the 21st. On the 25th on Netflix, Anaconda. That's
the Jack Black one that didn't do well.
Oh, okay. Not the Ice Cube movie, right?
No.
Okay. Nope. Not the good one, as we say. We forgot to mention this too. I don't know if we mentioned this last week. It's already out. Shit. I didn't have this in my notes. March 17th on Netflix, our pal Mark Norman had another comedy special.
Oh, cool.
Called None Too Pleased. It's available right now on Netflix. Please go and check that out. Also next week, big day of viewing on the 24th for Disney Plus. You got Hannah Montana as the 20th anniversary special,
Been seeing a lot
starring Miley Cyrus, produced by Alex Cooper.
Yeah, it's so weird.
From Call Her Daddy.
Call Her Daddy, yeah.
It's her production company making this whole documentary show thing. It's live too.
Interesting.
It's going to be like there's like a documentary pre-recorded part to it, and then there's a part where it's live, where I don't know if she's performing Hannah Montana songs or she's doing Q&A, whatever. But
it's interesting that a lot of these streamers are now doing live content like that, because I think BTS is doing a live concert on Netflix before they just release it to watch later. Like I'm kind of liking that too.
Well, they've been away for a while because they had to do military duty, right? That's the law in there. They had to go do a couple years or something.
It's a law in a lot of countries. It's why I lived in Belgium for a few years, because my dad had to go back to serve in the Belgian army to retain his citizenship. So that's why I was out there. So yeah, I get it happens everywhere.
All right. So Hannah Montana 20th anniversary special live on Disney Plus on the 24th. Also on the 24th on Disney Plus, Marvel Daredevil Born Again season 2.
I'm so excited. So excited for that.
Right. All right. Before we move on, Jordan, do you have any advice for everybody?
I do. If you're thinking about starting a podcast or looking to grow the one you already have, you need a platform that's simple, reliable, and built for creators. Libsyn is the original home for podcasters. They offer rock-solid hosting, intuitive publishing tools, and IAB-certified analytics, so you can finally stop guessing and start growing. Libsyn is an independent platform that puts creators first. Understand your audience and build your show with confidence. Sign up at Libsyn.com, choose the plan that fits your needs, and use promo code It'sEricNagel at checkout to get your first month free.
All right. Thank you very much. Here's Jordan with the news.
As we like to do with the news, we like to highlight how companies are constantly bilking us and changing their terms, and God, we hate them. Amazon Prime is now eliminating the ability to stream in 4K for their regular ad-supported tier and placing it behind its premium add-on. The add-on is also raising its price from $3 to $5 starting in April. So
I never paid for it when they switched to the add-on. Never bothered with it.
Me neither. I don't know if I've noticed whether or not 4K is making a difference, but I refuse to add on to something that's supposed to come with my service that I'm already paying $125, $130 a year for.
The thing with 4K, if you're watching a movie, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes if you see it in 4K on a television and sometimes you just see it in 1080p, you can't really tell much of a difference. Right. But sometimes you can. You're like, oh, wow, I can see a little bit. It's crisper or whatever. But for television shows, I've never seen a difference when stuff streams in 4K to 1080p. YouTube has the option based on your camera settings. You can watch some videos, streamers, whatever in 4K. You look at the 4K, you drop it down to 1080. You don't really see any fucking difference. So there's no point to it. So it's like, all right, well, you're already paying an extra $3 on top of the 100 something you pay a year to have Prime. So that this way you don't get the commercials. And now they're saying, oh, we're going to raise it to $5 so not get the commercials. Also, we're going to take the 4K stuff and put it over there. None of that is any concern or value to me. When I'm watching Fallout and like a 1 or 2 minute ad pops up, I go back to playing my game. I just mute it and I wait till I see the thing pops on the screen. I turn it back on.
Right.
It's the days of sitting there, or if you have a good ad blocker, that works too. If the days of sitting there, like you're not sitting there on your couch watching it on television with the remote, like shit, I got to sit here I can't fast forward through 2 minutes of ads that they keep throwing in here. Watch it on your computer, watch it on your phone. If you got an ad blocker, it skips right over it and you're back to the show.
Isn't it funny that we're complaining that it's only 2 minutes of ads though? Like 2 minutes is nothing, but it drives me crazy. Like there's only so many Ozempic commercials I want to fucking watch while I'm trying to watch The Rookie. Like get this shit off my TV.
Right. Woodpit is saying, I can tell 720 to 1080, but past that, it's not. Yeah, it's exactly.
You're right.
You don't really notice that. It drives my kids nuts when she takes the phone and she's going to watch something. This week, couldn't stay up. We were out having dinner, got home, put her to bed because she had school. Next day I said, oh, there's a new Golden performance because they performed at the Oscars.
Right.
She wanted to see it. So I go and I find it and I click on the thing. I hand her the phone. And then this is how crazy it goes. She knows the insurance company jingles.
Liberty, liberty, liberty.
that one. And
does she say Liberty Bibbity like the stupid commercial does? Because I get a lot of those.
Liberty. She knows Emu, Emu. And then she goes, and Doug.
And Doug.
And I was like, oh, this is terrible.
We are farmers.
The insurance company's the edge. She doesn't mind because she knows the jingle. But when something else comes on there and it doesn't let you skip, like it's making you watch the 30s, she sits there and throws a fit over it. And I'm like, I get it. I fully understand.
When she starts talking about plaque psoriasis, there's too many like Ozempic or Bimzelx or 1,000 other things that keep coming up. Oh,
it's asking, have you heard of any of the following companies? You ever get those surveys on YouTube videos?
Right.
And I'm looking at this like, I don't know what any of these companies do. Or the other one you get, I'm like, well, I've heard of QuickBooks. I don't know these other. All right, I know QuickBooks. There you go. Thank you for your information.
Dumb, I know.
All right.
Anyway, moving on. Like you had said, the Oscars were this past weekend. Much like most of the Oscars, it wasn't worth really sinking a lot of time into. There was, for the most part, it was pretty benign. Conan O'Brien, still funny. Love Conan O'Brien. He had some big set pieces that he did, a lot of inside jokes that were funny. He got a little political on a certain couple of them, which...
Oh, people on Threads were mad because he made a lupus joke.
Who cares?
Yeah, I don't care either. It's like, you don't know what people suffer through. Yeah, I can tell. And I wish that it would kick into overdrive with your posting. Please stop.
Yeah. So some of the highlights, Best Picture, One Battle After Another won. They won 6 total that night. Michael B. Jordan got one for Sinners, which I thought was good because it
also, I saw they're saying that
Dong.
was a token award.
Well, don't say
not
token.
White people saying it, by the way. It was a token award that they had to throw into him because the Academy is racist. The Academy blew out everything else from there. They had to throw one, or else there would have been a total riot. And so many, I love how people online like Black Hollywood and black actors are going to refuse to work with it. No, they're not. They're not.
Well, and that's the thing. People were pissed off. Sean Penn won for One Battle After Another over.
He's an asshole. I can understand.
Yeah, no, I don't like him. So he ended up winning for Best Supporting Actor. Jesse Buckley for Hamnet, who was just in a movie that I talked about last week, The Bride, which I didn't like. Mm-hmm. I am mixed about Sinners because like it's a good movie, but it's also From Dusk Till Dawn.
I saw that comparison a lot too.
It's just it's two separate movies, and it's
Dusk Till Dawn with Blade's costumes.
Yeah, the TV, the new movie,
the movie that didn't happen. Yeah,
a weird one to win, which it's fine. Horror movies don't get a lot of run, and I don't think Weapons is really much of a horror movie like traditionally. But Amy Madigan won for Weapons.
It's one of those movies where it's kind of this, kind of this. They don't have like psychological terror or that kind of stuff as a category, so they had to throw it into something that they could understand. So, but, I mean, good that it won a movie. I mean, one movie. It won an award.
It got a movie. That was nice.
It got. I won several movies.
Paul Thomas Anderson won for One Battle After Another. Mm-hmm. Sinners received 16 nominations, the most in Oscar history. There was a new category. Best Casting Oscar was awarded to Cassandra whatever. That's a weird movie. Like, stop doing Best Casting Oscar and do something for stunts. You have to have stunts in here. Come on. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Autumn Donald Arkapow became the first woman to best. Yeah, thank you. Best cinematography, first woman to do it. Golden, the love of every teenage girl in Eric and myself. Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters became the first K-pop song to win best original song.
It also won the best animated feature film.
Now, here's the thing.
Yes.
I think it should have won. However, I saw all the other movies in the category. There was nothing that could have beat it. Even Disney's stuff that was put out there was garbage. Like there was the garbage versions of the Disney movies. No, I know. And I'm not saying they didn't deserve it. I'm just saying it wasn't Disney's or Pixar's best showing. You know what I mean? Like, So, but I'm glad they got it. There was a big controversy there where one of the main actresses was doing I think when they won for best song, did a speech and it was fine. And then she goes, "Oh, hey, would you like to say something?" And this Korean guy comes over, starts talking, and they just jammed like the loudest playoff music ever.
Both awards. So the first one where they won it for feature film, the lady, I can't remember her name, but the lady who wrote it and it was, yeah, I don't know if she directed it too, but she wrote the thing. She had a lot of involvement with it, said something. And then I guess the director or the other producers were there, cut them off
completely.
Now, which is weird because the Academy loves to blow their load for foreign and international stuff when they win. Yeah. They love putting it out because then the Academy can say, hey, look how inclusive we are. And look, it's so great that, foreign influence won. And these people are from Kenya with their documentary. They can say whatever they want. These people had a song and they're from Austria or whatever. And they love highlighting non-American projects and give them all the time. K-pop kept getting cut off at every turn.
Yeah, they were real dicks about it.
One, so they cut off the acceptance speech for the animated film. Mm-hmm. Two, the big obvious one is they cut off for the song of the year, where the other guy was about the song, and then the music. It wasn't like it just kind of.
It wasn't like a build. It was just
they just go 1, 2, 3, hit it, and the announcer's going on. The audience was yelling "boo" and "stop, let him talk." Yeah. One of the biggest voices out there, which I didn't know until I saw secondary phone footage that TMZ got, Guillermo del Toro.
Oh, I love him. Yeah,
was a big fan of this. He stood up screaming when the music was going up there. He's going like this. So look for those camera shots where he's there.
I've seen it. Yeah, he's up there.
He was standing ovation from him when they won the first award. The second award, he was up and then screaming, getting everybody there. Then their performance. Now, with the Oscars, it used to be every song that was nominated for Song of the Year got to perform or featured somewhere throughout the show. Just like the trailers for Best Picture were shown interstitially before or after a commercial break or something, right? They had 2 performances for Song of the Year, and the rest didn't get any attention.
Yeah, I think Sinners and Golden.
They cut Golden. They cut a big chunk of the song out of there and told them you can only do the chorus and then the ending. And that's what they got.
So weird.
But the audience all had those, like we saw with the Miku concert and some of these other games. Korea, Japan, they're really big into those.
It's a presentation. Like it's a show.
What are they called?
LED lights or LED fans or whatever.
Right. They're like glow sticks or whatever. But they're also programmed to fit portions of the performance. So the colors change or they start the strobe effect, whatever. You were seeing rear view shots from the stage, like looking down at the performance, but seeing the whole audience. All this, it wasn't just the upper tiers where the fans or regular people were there with that. All the celebrities are holding the stuff, having a good time because they all love the song and what have you. So they cut the song, cut both acceptance speeches, and then a lot of people on social media were pissed that they won because they said it's stealing Black culture, and I was just like, I can't tolerate this anymore. It's a out of left field success story.
Yeah.
So much so after they won the Oscar, I guess they were sitting on it. They announced Demon Hunters 2.
Yep, Demon Hunters 2
going into production. And all that stuff.
They're putting the first movie, which, usually Netflix doesn't put a lot of their properties out on Blu-ray, DVD, things like that. Frankenstein is getting the Criterion edition
collection. Yes.
So is K-pop Demon Hunter.
Yep.
Criterion is the top tier echelon of physical media as far as what,
because no one else is doing it anymore.
And they're getting one. And I thought that was interesting. So, pretty cool. So they got that there, and then the final thing with that is the day after the awards, Sony posted K-pop Demon Hunter stuff on their social media, congratulating them on their awards. Because if you don't know, and everybody in the comments were either laughing or saying, "Did you regret your decision?" Idiots.
Sony had first rights to or whatever to K-pop Demon Hunter, passed on it and released it so that the lady who wrote it could shop it around, and Netflix picked it up. Mm-hmm. So Sony passed on this $1 billion movie, biggest song in the world, so many.
They signed a very basic minimal deal too. They made a couple million on it, but not what they would have got it for, residuals or just the overall.
Because they didn't. You're talking Netflix?
No, Sony. They just they sold it for a couple million. But
oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
They
so
lost
Sony
out.
had like, we can't do anything with this. We don't know what to do. Sold it to Netflix. Netflix has it's $1 billion movie, both from streaming, from it being in the theater the second time with the sing-along version, the song and the soundtrack selling out like crazy on all the music platforms, plus the merchandising deals that they got after the fact, all of this stuff there. So it was a big fucking oversight for Sony, but it was very funny that they posted the next day, hey, congratulations.
Good
Sorry
job.
we fucked up.
I know.
But and then the rest of the Oscars happened.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, moving on. Bert Kreischer, guest friend, shirtless man. He's getting a season 2 for Freebird, which I'm excited about.
His tour bus blew up.
Oh, I saw that. It was just completely charred and gone.
I texted him and I was like, oh my God, I'm glad you're okay. And he was telling me the whole story, and he's like, dude, I forgot where he was, in Wisconsin or something. Tire blew out. They had to pull over. There was something wrong with the tire. They weren't going to have anybody be able to come out in the blizzard that was going on to fix the tire, because there was something else with the wheel too. So they left the bus and they all went on the crew buses to get to where they need to go. Then they came back to get to the bus and found out the whole bus had burnt down. I don't think he told me exactly what caused the burning. And he's like, yeah, but he's like, had we stayed and slept on the bus, we all probably wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
So
wild. But they're getting a season 2.
Good on him. And if you haven't seen that show, go watch it on Netflix. We talked very highly of it, and the daughter is pretty much steals the entire show.
She's one of my favorite characters. I love her. Moving on, some people in the chat were talking about Buffy. Well, guess what? We got some Buffy news. Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot is not going to be moving forward at Hulu, which is surprising. Sarah Michelle Gellar took to her Instagram Saturday morning to share that Hulu is no longer moving forward with the project, which was revealed to be in the works since February of 2025. She goes, I am really sad to share this, but I wanted you all to hear it from me. Unfortunately, Hulu has decided not to move forward with Buffy New Sunnydale. I want to thank Chloe Zhao, because I never thought I would find myself back in Buffy's stylish yet affordable boots. And thanks to Chloe, I was reminded how much I love her and how much she means not only to me, but to all of you. Obviously very sad. A lot of the cast members were also posting videos after that was announced. She was just on a radio show the other day, and she was asked about possible script leaks online. And she says, I actually hope it doesn't, because then everyone's going to have an opinion on this and that, and pilots are not finished. She's out promoting Ready or Not 2. It wasn't done right. It's not like we did a season and finished it and they shelved it. It's not like when they made Batgirl movie and didn't release it. The movie was finished. You make a pilot and you want to and I want to clarify this. We made a pilot first instead of a full season on purpose, because there's some new characters and you want to see how it goes. There are things you learn from it, and there are things you fix. Usually the first version of a pilot doesn't even air. It's a learning tool. The original Buffy pilot had nothing to do with the show. It was a different Willow. It was a different show, and there are learning tools, and this is what the pilot is for. That I agree. I remember seeing
have learning tools for an already established franchise.
Well, new characters. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, stop with that shit too. I know times change, and you got to bring in other people, or they get married, have kids. I understand that stuff, but when you're bringing in completely different characters that don't tie into all of this shit,
right,
that's what causes a lot of this stuff to go, oh, you're missing the mark here. Well, the audience doesn't get it. Yeah, the audience doesn't get it, and they didn't watch it.
Well, there's other stuff going on behind the scenes. Sources say that the filmed reboot simply wasn't very strong. There was a rewrite to address the issues, and the first episode draft in particular was improved. But when looking at the prospective season as a whole, the studio ultimately felt the revival effort wasn't working and ruled against the pilot reshoot and a series order. On Wednesday, Disney Entertainment Television spokesperson released this statement. We have had a long and very successful relationship with Chloe, Sarah, and Gail. Their track records speak for themselves, and they are incredible partners. Our decision not to move forward with the series order is not a reflection of our respect and admiration for the creative team, including Lila and Nora, who are the writers. Previously, Gellar said that there was an executive who scrapped the show, who has later come out to be Craig Erwich, made a point to saying that he never liked Buffy in the first place. She goes on to say, we had an executive on our show who was not only not a fan of the original, but was proud to constantly remind us that he had never seen the entirety of the series and how it wasn't for him, she said. That's very hard when you're taking a property that is as beloved as Buffy, not just to the world, but to me and Chloe. So that tells you the uphill battle that we had been fighting since day one. When your executive is literally proud to tell you that he didn't even watch it. That is annoying. That's tone deaf on if this is true, the executive and, the production company and all this stuff. I was never really for rebooting it. I'm just, some things just live on as singular things, and it had enough seasons where I feel like they told a story. They told a complete story, and it doesn't need to go on past that.
Right. But
I also think if you're going to try to do something and make a big deal out of it, fucking do it. And then let us speak about it, like film the pilot, put it out there, put an episode or two. If we don't like it, we don't like it. Who cares?
We could have, maybe we should have got our pal, Adam Bush on to talk about it.
We can talk about it.
All right. So remember how you killed Willow? All right. Does this echoes into the fact that the new pilot died? Well, there was a few other things to this too. One, the script got put out for the pilot.
That's what I heard. Yeah,
was terrible. Buffy doesn't show up until the last minute of the episode. That
was part of the gripe from that executive, is that there wasn't enough Buffy in the Buffy reboot. Mm-hmm. So that's what the rewrites was beefing up her character in the pilot.
And she was using that stupid, what is it called when you use a different name? What's the term?
Alias? Yeah, she was using Anne, from what I heard.
Anne Summers, as she worked at a real estate company or something. No, insurance company. And the ending of it was like she's looking at all these emails about earthquake and emergency service, all these claims coming in, whatever, and it all turns out to be Sunnydale. Mm-hmm. And then she's in the meeting, and she has like no real interest in any of this stuff there. The ending looked terrible, and then whoever the girl at the beginning was at a party or something arguing with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend, it's like, why aren't you whatever? And the boyfriend goes, and he goes, well, honey, it's like, I was respecting this and I was using this so you could do that. And then the line goes, I really hate when you weaponize my feminism against me.
I heard about that.
And I was like, what are we doing here? You're already going to cause problems with this bullshit. And this is like in the first 5-10 minutes of the episode. The other thing I read was Chloe Zhao, mm-hmm. who is, I would think, pretty notorious for the disaster that is the Eternals for Marvel, was going to direct the first episode. And then I guess within the deal was saying that she wanted to direct every single episode. And they were already looking at bringing in multiple directors to beef this up, right? Mm-hmm. She wanted everything. She wanted all this stuff. They were trying to negotiate, and she could not commit to a timeline. And the studio's like, well, we need to set a time frame to start getting all this going. And she wouldn't or couldn't, whatever. It wasn't that clear on it that they couldn't get her to commit to a timeline to get this going.
Right.
And the studio got disenfranchised with her.
Well, and as much as that is annoying, I do want to preface the fact that, yes, she made the Eternals. Yes, it wasn't the greatest. I do feel a lot of that is also partly on Marvel and trying to do that, because she made Nomadland, which was fantastic. She just did Hamnet, which has been critically acclaimed and is wonderful. She did one called The Rider, which is like a Western. She's a very competent and good director when given something that works for her. I think she took on the Eternals, wanted a vision. Marvel, of course, has their hand in shit. It's why the second Avengers movie wasn't as good with Ultron. It's just, it's hard to judge her just on that one fucking piece of shit movie. You know what I mean? Like, So I think she could have done well with this.
Well, that's the only point of reference. I haven't seen the other stuff. I just knew it from the Eternals.
But yeah, and it's rough. Heather, who loves Buffy, has a tattoo. Anne is not a dumb alias. It's the one she used in season 3 after she left and came back. Yeah, Eric.
It is a dumb alias. It is a dumb alias now, because the whole world found out about Hellmouths and the vampires and all of this shit. Because even in that pilot, there was a thing about a library or a room where all these dust-filled archives of Giles stuff, who after that, all those events, not only are they world renowned, he would be the premier expert for all of this stuff because he was the watcher. He was cataloging everything. His archives would have been like in like the Library of Congress or something along those lines, like the premier person for all that information. And they were sitting dusted, being paid for their storage spot, but nobody was looking at them. Nobody was right. And that whole thing
mouth was closed.
She would have been known everywhere. So saying, "Oh, my name's Ann Summers," that's a dumb alias at this point. Not at that point. That point in the show. Now, it's stupid.
Well, now they have to release this because I need to see if if it's as bad as you think it wants to be.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, anyway. So when that died, we got resurrection in another form. FireFly. We talked about it last week that they were going to be making an announcement. Well, they made that announcement at AwesomeCon. FireFly is possibly making a comeback. Now, this is I just said that Buffy didn't need to come back. They told a complete story. Well, in this case, FireFly didn't get its fair run. It got screwed over by Fox at the time. We got a good movie. We got closure. Well, Nathan Fillion revealed that the show may be returning in an animated format, which a lot of people online are pissed off about. I'm okay with. The series created by Joss Whedon, who also did the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer, both written the movie and the show, and did Serenity. He announced, as of this moment, the word is out. We are going to bring back FireFly, and this time we're going to animate it. Guys, bringing back FireFly. Crazy or not crazy? Had the cast say crazy, not crazy. He got the full cast to come back. Jewel State, who played Kaylee, Gina Torres, who plays Zoe Washburn. They are coming. And then he announced, now to do this, we would need Joss's blessing. I got it, which is great because he got his blessing, but he's not involved, which would make a lot of people happy because there's a lot of things with Joss Whedon.
I know. And rightfully so, but there's still, just like in any other fan base, and we know one of these people still not happy this is coming back because of
Adam Baldwin.
I couldn't think of his character's name, but Adam Baldwin is still involved, so he's problematic too. It's like you can't like anything because of your politics and all that stuff when it's supposed to be fantasy, when it's supposed to be.
You probably hit the thumbs down button wearing the hat. Anyway, so he said, he got it. We also need the rights. He goes, when he talked to 20th Century Fox and Disney, he said they got excited and they said yes. We need a script. They have a script. They need an animation house. They got one. It's called Shadow Machine. They also they've done Emmy award-winning shows. They also got
animation house.
So like someone who like actually makes it and animates it and does that. They did the animation for Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. So like it's a legit actual like company that has done some good stuff. And then he said, well, the last piece is that
they don't have. Never mind. Forget it. No, I was going to say they don't have anybody in house being Fox and Disney. They don't have an animation wing that they could do it. They were out seeking.
Here's the thing. And the way he worded it is it sounds like he got the permission from 20th Century Fox and Disney to go do this, but they're not involved. They're not going to make this for them. They're like, okay, you can have the name, the rights, go fucking do it. We don't want our hands on it. Like Fox, again, is somehow still not understanding that they could probably do something well here. So they got it. And this is
it's still all right. I mean, I get it, but I don't because, of any place Disney has all these other subdivisions for animation, you would think, oh, we could do it in house and keep all the money. No, whatever. I'm thinking.
Well, the last part of his announcement, though, is the last piece. Excuse me. The last piece is we need a home, and for that we need you. So he's basically telling people we've got a script, we've got showrunners who have done some pretty good projects, we got the blessings from the rights owners, Joss Whedon, we've got the entire cast back. I mean, even Alan Tudyk is coming back because in Serenity, spoiler alerts for a 20-year-old movie, he dies at the end. So like they got him back. Obviously, they don't have
Ron Glass
because he passed like 10 years ago.
What was his character? Shepard
Book.
Yeah,
I love him so much. So they've got everybody back, even Adam Baldwin, and they're going to try to get a home. So it's going to be one of those. We're going to make it. It's we got to get you guys to actually promote this for us. Get us a place to put this. Like Heather's talking about, probably get Amazon Prime to do it. They got the Mighty Nine and all that. I think they can get this going. They've got enough people behind them. I even think that even with Adam Baldwin's involvement and people being pissed off about Gamergate and all the shit he talks, I think this will survive, and I'm excited for it. So I'm fine with it. I don't like Adam Baldwin for some of his political shit and his personality, but I can separate the character from the person. That's what I'm going to do.
I understand. You know, a lot of people say it all is the same thing, but saying some things that you don't agree with, be it, you know, heinous or just whatever, compared to what Josh was accused of, are two totally different things.
Yeah.
And I understand the Josh thing. Adam, okay, fine. That's two, but he's a major character in that show. Mm-hmm. And if you cut him out for that, and you've already lost Shepard, and you're going to lose the rest of the influence that Josh, who fucking cares?
I didn't want to say it. I'm just sitting there going, it's Joss.
Who cares? You all hate him anyway. Who gives a shit if I'm saying his name right or wrong?
That's his dead name.
You're losing his influence that made that show what it was from the beginning and all of that stuff. So you're down, you're going to be down 3 strikes. Plus, the studio is giving you permission, but they're not helping you with all of this. They're really not
going to help. Yeah,
you're really starting in a fucking hole, working your way out.
Well, and the fan base is pissed that they're going animation, and I think it's perfect because then you can do stories between
cost effective.
And you can do stories. You can do stories between the end of what they ran on Fox and Serenity, so you can your endpoint, where you left off, fill in the gap. And it works with people's schedules. Like, they all have new shows. They all have all the stuff. Nathan Fillion is Disney's love child with Castle, and he's got The Rookie that's going on 8-9 seasons. Everyone's on their own shit. They have to do it this way because
he might not be with Warner Brothers much longer once we see where that deal goes. Because I love the news stories that when you're breaking down the financial reports from that Paramount deal, which is atrocious. I don't know how Skydance Paramount is going to stay afloat with the debt they already have from the Paramount merger.
They're already going to have to pay Netflix for reneging some penalties. Right. Like $9-10 million.
But you also have the fact that there's always new estimates, nothing in stone. So it's not like we can even speculate, but there's estimates about restructuring Warner Brothers as it is once it separates from Discovery, because Discovery's not part of the deal.
No.
They're already looking at, they have already announced that HBO Max and Paramount are going to merge into one app. It'll be renamed something else. It'll all be one, which is great for Paramount because their interface sucks, as we've been saying forever. But the restructuring as far as their theater distribution, their television distribution, their other subdivisions, DC could be on the proverbial chopping block as far as this whole thing they've been ramping up with James Gunn. Skydance can come and go, nope, done, payout or whatever, and all that shit is for naught. And then DC floats there again, which I will then now throw my hat back into the ring with my theory. Somehow, some way, keep coming up with funky ass shit almost every single day that DC gets acquired by Disney. Disney takes DC, offers it to Sony to get their Marvel stuff back. Mm-hmm. I've been saying it for years. Sense. Some way it's going to happen. Go ahead.
So I'm fine with the FireFly stuff. I'm excited about it. It should be. I want it to be good. So we'll see. We'll go.
I hope. Look, I was never the biggest fan. I didn't hate it, but I was never the biggest fan of it. Matt got me to watch the show when he was still on this show, because he's all about that. I get it. Any kind of sci-fi kind of niche fan base niche genre it was filling, had a rabid fan base for it. Cosplay up the wazoo, not much merchandising, but
no, because Fox didn't know what to do with the show. They put it on weird nights. They didn't air them in order. Like they disrespected the property from day one. So it really.
I would like to see them have a way of, because it wasn't like it was a massive show that somebody's trying to reimagine and do all the shit that they do now with gender swaps, sex, race swap, all of that stuff where they just fuck with something. It never had. You're right. It never really got the fair shake it deserved. So getting this second round to do it, go ahead and do it. The Buffy thing, I was excited. I was not initially a Buffy fan. The girl I was dating at the time was a diehard Buffy fan and got me to watch it. I would have loved to seen something when there if they could bring back a lot of people, but it looked like they were just going so far. I don't know. I mean, who knows what is what based on everything that's coming out. We'll see down the line. Maybe it gets so much attention that they have to give it a second look and then they can try doing this again.
It could.
I'd like to see some things come back.
See, I love FireFly. I love Serenity. I watch it all the time. In fact, I just started rewatching the show with my kid just to
take my
have her
life,
see it.
Take my hand.
Every time. But on my shelves, if you guys look, right above Sam.
That was trippy. I did not expect that.
I know. Right above Sam is a Lego version of Serenity, the FireFly class ship.
Serenity now.
Serenity now. So anyway, moving on. So we'll get some more FireFly. Let's see where I'm at. Oh, this is a weird one. Val Kilmer he's going to be in a movie years after his death.
Oh yeah, I saw this.
So there's a movie coming out, As Deep in the Grave. And Val Kilmer is being resurrected by AI to star in this movie. So 5 years prior to his death in 2025, Val Kilmer was cast as Father Fintan, a Catholic priest and Native American spiritualist, in a movie called As Deep as the Grave. Kilmer was battling throat cancer, was too sick to ever make it actually to set. Here's a quote. "He was the actor I wanted to play this role," said the film's writer and director Corte Voorhees. It was very much designed around him. It drew on his Native American heritage and his ties to and love of the Southwest. I was looking at a call sheet the other day and we had him ready to shoot. He was just going through a really, really tough time medically and he just couldn't do it. Even though he didn't shoot a single scene, Voorhees has been able to realize his vision of having Kilmer in the ensemble by using state-of-the-art generative AI, and he's done it with the cooperation of the late actor's estate and his daughter Mercedes. And I guess his son is on board, but not part of it, but like actual, supporting it.
I was wondering that if he had one of those deals like James Earl Jones, where he gave permission for future rights once he passed, that Disney, Lucas, and could use his voice for future Star Wars projects, things like that, while he was alive? Or was this something that his daughter, executive estate, agreed that they were allowed to use his likeness for this?
I feel like he leaned into this more, especially when he lost his voice as much, because there was a documentary on Amazon Prime, which I think is really good. Obviously, with documentaries, they're going to be skewed a certain way, but there's a lot of footage. Like a lot of people know Val Kilmer was on the cutting edge at the time. This is the 80s when people didn't really have camcorders and handy cams and all this stuff. He would bring these things to set and he would film stuff all the time. There's archival footage of when he was younger and doing stuff, but there's a lot of narration in the movie of him, and they used AI to help generate a lot of his dialogue. And he was alive when this was made, and his son was the one who, was interviewing and stuff like that. So I think he would have been okay with this. Like I said, his daughter signed on, his son is supportive. Quote, "His family kept saying how important they thought the movie was, and Val really wanted to be a part of this," says the director. "He was really thought it was an important story and that he wanted his name on. It was that support that gave me the confidence to say, okay, let's do this. Despite the fact that some people might call it controversial, this is what Val wanted." As Deep as the Grave, which was previously called Canyon of the Dead, is a true story of Southwestern archaeologist Ann and Earl Morris chronicling their excavations in Canyon de Chelly, Arizona, in their effort to trace the history of the Navajo people. There's still a heated debate surrounding AI, with some parts of the creative community concerned that the technology will lead to job losses and worries that actors' likenesses will be used without their consent. The brothers know that their decision may draw criticism, but they hope that As Deep as the Grave will show how AI can be used ethically. They also note that the production relied on SAG guidelines and compensated Kilmer's estate for his appearance. I think it's weird. I'm going to see it. I want to see what it ultimately looks like. I mean, AI has been growing so quickly over the last year. We've seen weird TikTok videos with shit. So it
goes back even further than that.
Well, yeah, for sure.
It's like what Woodpit's sitting here, and when we're dead, we'll all be dancing with vacuum cleaners. That commercial caused a huge fucking I don't know, panic.
Yeah,
I guess this was back. It wasn't even that. It was back in the 97. Fred Astaire, Dirt Devil, got the rights or permission from the Fred Astaire family, and worked a famous movie scene of his where he's dancing with like a broom or something, and CGI'd. And this again, 97, pre-HD. Can you believe that it's not even ADBC anymore for time? It's pre-HD and HD.
Right.
We're old. So they CGI'd in Dirt Devil products to all his fancy dance scenes from his movies. Here, I got one here for you so you can take a look at this. Let's see. Here we go.
The amazing Dirt Devil broom vac sweeps and picks up dirt in one easy motion. You'll never have to stoop.
It's wild.
Or stand again. Nothing is
1997. Yeah. That's the reference now, but now you don't even need the family's permission. Oh, you got to get the family's permission, the estate's permission, but they don't need it at least to make it. And it's like, hey, this is how it's going to look like. Can you just sign off on this?
Well, and if they didn't get the permission, it would be, Mr. Simpson, I represent the estate of Val Kilmer. I have the court order demanding an immediate halt to this unauthorized imitation. Boys!
Here, I got another one for you. Look at this one here.
They did more than just the one. I only saw
like 3 or 4 of them.
Maximum vacuum power and the longest reach of any upright. Just think of the steps you can do now. Nothing escapes the power of a Dirt Devil.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yep. Wild times.
Anyway, so yeah, Val Kilmer's coming back. That's weird, and I think I want to see it just because I want to know.
I want to come back as one of those hand chinchillas for Quiznos.
We got a popper bar!
Hi, Jordan! Look at me, my cheese is melted!
Oh my God, that's so gross. Anyway, moving on. Did you watch the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer that dropped yesterday?
I did.
How did you like it?
I have some questions.
Okay, I have answers. Let's do it.
It's so weird that
Man Spider. That's it. That's all you need.
Man Spider.
That's what he's turning into.
I was a little confused because I forgot the reason that he wished to have all their memories erased of him.
Well, it's because when he wished on the Zoltan machine to be big, he can't be remembered as the younger version of him. That's the problem.
Peter, how do I know it's you? Memories like the corner of my mind. Place to call memories like the way we were. Aunt May's
just
crying.
him and Robert Loggia drumming around on pianos.
Robert Loggia. Yeah, imagine just he shows up while he's dead. But AI technology.
No, it's AI. Yeah. That's who we want back. Robert Loggia
replaces what's his name as the head of the Daily Bugle.
Right. J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, because now he's the Alex Jones of that universe. He's out doing podcasts, whatever. So Robert Loggia is running the newspaper as it's dying. Oh, that would be. I'm liking this better than the trailer that I saw.
Yeah, we're gonna put it in. All right, what are your questions?
So I forgot why he had to erase their memory because it's been so long.
Because of all the incursions. So he had to have Doctor Strange make it to where no one knows who he is. So all the other Spider-Men and all the other universes don't crash in on their universe. So that's the reason.
Okay, well, whatever. So that he's still obsessed with stalking Mary Jane and
he loves
the guy who's going to be Hobgoblin.
Ned.
Ned
works Scissorhands.
I like that better. So yeah, there was that. The fact that they brought Scorpion finally to do something like a decade later.
I know he was in the first one.
Okay, not bad. Can't complain about that.
But for me, I like that because it was like that slow burn. You didn't just blow your wad on a bunch of villains in the first couple movies. Like spread them out a little bit. Sure, you built a little world. You got the Shocker in one of them, but yeah, you can bring in the Scorpion. I think the Scorpion looked cool.
When they lifted that box scene up and they cut the scene real quick, who do you think it is strapped into the chair there?
Some puppet, some old lady being used by some kind of really high-powered telepath, like the Phoenix. Jean Grey's in this movie.
She is?
Oh yeah, they're bringing the mutants, man.
How do you know she's in this movie?
Because Sadie Sink is playing her. It's been confirmed. She's Jean Grey.
All right, so this is another universe's X-Men.
Oh yeah,
not the Fox universe X-Men stuff.
No, you're getting new stuff.
Okay, I didn't know that she was in this. There was somebody else that was in this too. That I was. The Punisher thing where they're just calling each other Peter and Frank.
Yeah,
was kind of fun. Daredevil's going to show up because he was in the last movie. He'll show up again. Yeah,
he said. Charlie Cox did an interview the other day when they were promoting the new Daredevil, saying he's not in it, or it's nothing. I doubt it. It's the same universe. I think I saw Kingpin's right hand person as mayor giving the key to the city to Peter.
Right.
So it's in there. There's
and then the Hand is back.
The Hand is in it.
Who's running the Hand now?
I don't know. It's not Elektra. Well, I mean, Elektra was, I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So
that last scene, it's crouching Peter hitting Spider-Man going,
which I think they pulled another Spider-Man bitch thing where they edited out
somebody else is in there too.
I don't think they edited out. I think they edited out extra arms on Peter. He's mutating into Man Spider.
Oh, okay.
That's why there's a section where he's all in the webs. He's going to have organic webbing. He's got his eyes all black.
Yeah, that part scene. I just thought was because, what's his name's original Spider-Man for Sam Raimi's Tobey Maguire.
Mm-hmm.
He was the only one that had the genetic webbing. Right. I thought it was just he was mutating into that, not into
kind of. Yeah.
Bionic Man Spider.
Yeah, so he's going to have 6 arms and
Bionic Man.
Kip Cass is asking. They show a villain in a hood from behind. It's the only one I couldn't place. I have a feeling it's Mr. Negative because I heard rumors that he might be part of this.
What would he be doing?
I don't know. There's a lot going on because there's a lot of little low level street level villains in this. I think
no, and that's fine. But
I think Tombstone should be in this movie. I think, and I think they have a picture real quick where he's on the wall, they somehow filmed comic book covers and did it all in this. Like, there's a bunch of comic book cover still shots, and one of them is from a character, very low level, stupid villain called Tarantula, and he's in this movie. I saw that briefly.
Oh, okay. I'm looking up Mr. Negative's history. He ties into Cloak and Dagger.
A little bit, yeah.
So whatever,
because it's all Roxxon. Roxxon's a part of all this shit.
Right. Cloak and Dagger's not Spider-Man property, right? They're not in that Sparta. No, I know, but the Spider-Man universe has a bunch of different, has 1,000 characters that fall under Spider-Man's universe.
Yeah,
I don't think Cloak and Dagger's part of that, right?
I don't remember.
But yeah, Mr. Negative was tested in the same thing as Cloak and Dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
remember also in Wonder Man, they did that whole black and white episode about the guy who,
Doorman.
Yes. The goop that he got into that gave him his powers, Roxxon was a part of that. And that's the same energy, negative energy that created Cloak and Dagger,
so they're bringing all the street level characters.
They're bringing all.
They're doing it the right way now because now Disney has to watch them for this.
Correct.
So it's like, we did a Craven movie. Disney had nothing to do with it.
Nope.
Morbius gets into the theater a third time.
Right.
Falling for it. Okay.
Right.
Moving on.
So yes. Anyway, this goes back to the trailer. It reached 718.6 million views since launching on Wednesday, citing the biggest trailer of all time in 24 hours. It just took 8 hours to top Deadpool and Wolverine's 365 million views from 2 years ago. That number also included 100+ million who watched the Super Bowl ad on TV. The first trailer in 2021 only reached 355.5 million in the first 24 hours. This is going to be huge. And I am completely ignoring every other trailer from now on. I don't want any more. I'm done.
I'm getting a text. It is guesstimated. Who says guesstimated? Stop.
I don't know. What are you, a number?
He's a dork. That it is Sadie Sink is the one who's strapped into the chair.
Yeah. So she's either masking herself or she was controlling. I don't know, but something's up. Like, I think Frank is hunting her, or Damage Control might be hunting, or something. There's a lot. Coleman Domingo is a character in this, and I think he's running. I don't think it might be a division of Damage Control. I'm not sure. So there's a lot going on. Bruce Banner's back in this. He's got the little device on his arm keeping the Hulk at bay.
I'm so fucking done with Bruce Banner.
I think he's going to be Savage. I don't know if he's going to be Savage Hulk. I think he's going to be another version of Smart Hulk. I'm hoping he's Gray Hulk. That would be cool, but I don't know.
I'm hoping he's anything other than what he's currently is. But look, I know they had to tone him down, or not tone him down, but limit his appearances because of the Universal thing, which I think is almost done.
I hope so.
Because of that shit there. But then they fucking pussified him. Oh, he's Smart Hulk.
And
he can't do that. He was afraid of Thanos. No one gives a shit about Bruce Banner. He's there it's like Godzilla. He's the humans to move the monster along to where the monster needs to be. Everyone wants to see Hulk fucking smash, go up there. When hopefully we see at some point Hulk versus Thing, because you remember those in the comics.
That'd be fun.
Let's see some of that shit, even if it's for a moment. Where you see them. Like the rumors past Doomsday is going to be what is it, that battle planet?
Battle World.
Even if it's they got to square off against each other in that one little scene, enough to satisfy everybody that you're seeing the rabid Hulk back, and they just pussified him because I'm just so fucking tired of it. Stop it with or recast Mark Ruffalo, get somebody else in there that can do a better Hulk. I'm sick of it. Go ahead.
Kip's saying Punisher should be after Kingpin, but that might be too early for that. Punisher's getting his own spin-off show. It's going to be a limited series, so they're going to have that. But in this version, I think it's playing off an old comic book series where I think Frank is hunting. Well, in this, I think he's hunting or trying to protect Jean Grey, I think. And then I think at some point, if Peter is mutating into something more, I think it might be a situation where he's hunting them. And that is another storyline. I can't remember for the life of me what it was called, but I think this is the director that did Shang-Chi. I liked that movie. I know Rob ended up hating that movie, but you and I both enjoyed that enough. And so far, this trailer, despite some CGI that probably still needs to be fixed, I think it looks really fun, and I'm excited about it. So we'll see how that works out. But the trailer, 718 million people viewed it. I think it's going to be very popular until we get Doomsday. Kirsten Dunst, another Spider-Man namesake, is joining Minecraft Movie 2. Last summer, the Oscar-nominated actress joked about wanting to join the cast of Minecraft movie sequel because her kids loved the first one. Plus, the paycheck wouldn't hurt.
Anything.
No, well, she goes, maybe I can just make a movie where I don't lose money. It's like, that's pretty funny.
And stop doing Save the Last Dance, whatever, 16. What was that dance movie that she was in? Was it that the one?
Was she in a dance movie? Kirsten Dunst?
Oh, am I thinking Julia?
I think you're Julia Stiles, and I haven't seen fucking Julia Stiles in years.
Two mixed up for some reason.
It's just blonde women.
One has a much flatter face, but yes,
that would be Julia Stiles. 10 Things I Hate About You, however, is a fantastic movie. She's officially joining the cast of Minecraft 2. Jared Hess is returning to direct the movie and will co-write with the screenplay.
I think Kirsten shows up in the Spider-Man movie or in Doomsday or something.
That would be hilarious.
Okay.
When she still dies. No, that's the other. Bryce
she looks Zendaya up and down and just like, okay.
Yeah, you might be thinking Bring It On.
And it's me.
But yeah, so right now they're aiming for a July 23rd, 2027 date. So we'll see about that. And then we're going to wrap this up because we've been running long. Sonic the Hedgehog 4, the full cast has now been revealed. Keanu Reeves and Idris Elba are returning alongside newcomers Ben Kingsley, who is just doing the rounds of any movie he wants to be in, Nick Offerman, who's doing everything as well, and more. So Offerman and Kingsley are joining the Sonic universe.
Perhaps you saw me in Pout Pout Fish.
Wait, hold on. Is he Lorne Michaels?
Yes, I don't know how to do.
I was like, that was a Lorne Michaels impression. It's pretty good. The pair are among the new voice cast members for Sonic the Hedgehog 4, the latest adventure for the Speedster, along with Ben Schwartz reprising his role as Sonic. The full cast list is Jim Carrey coming back, which surprised a lot of people because he was supposed to be retiring after the last one. Ben Schwartz, Kristen Bell, Idris Elba is coming back, Keanu Reeves is coming back, James Marsden, Tika Sumpter, Ben Kingsley, Matt Berry, who, by the way, also was the best part of the Oscars, him announcing everything. That was great. Matt Berry talking about BK, like Burger King, was fantastic. And then
have it your way.
Nick Offerman and Richard Ayoade, which I think is funny. I love the IT guys and all that fun stuff. So Sonic the Hedgehog 4 is set for a theatrical release of March 19th, 2027. I know that's the last thing. The other thing that I saw that they're trying to fight, the Dune 3 trailer dropped yesterday as well. I'm so tired. I'm Dune with this movie. It's terrible. I know, right? Let's end the night. I don't care. I didn't like the second movie. I thought the first movie was boring. I'm just over it. But the release date for Dune 3 is the same day as Doomsday, and they're fighting to see who's going to move.
Did they call it Doomsday?
They have, and I think it's stupid because the actors announced it, and I'm like, that's not what made Barbenheimer popular. It was the fans that did that.
If anything, you're leaning into the promotion of the other film, dummies. Oh, we're calling it Doomsday. Oh, Doomsday. Yeah, we're going to see it. No, Doomsday. No one's hearing
no one's doing that. Yeah. That's the other big thing.
Right. So. Also, no one's hearing us anymore. We've been on way too long. So we need to do the plugs. Jordan, as always, our nation's eyes turn to you.
X, Instagram, YouTube at Jinxed Ronan. You can also find at Jinxed Ronan for PlayStation and Xbox. If you ever want to game with me, since I'm ignoring Eric in gaming, you can come find me and we can play other games. Twitch at Jinxed Ronan 79. If you've got an Amazon subscription, you'd like to go to our show Twitch at It's Eric Nagel. You can use your subscription to get a free Prime membership. I just renewed mine tonight while we were doing the show. You can get a free month. You just re-up every month. Use your Prime membership. It doesn't cost you anything extra. You're already paying for Prime anyway. Thanks.
All right. And we'll add so many more commercials unless you upgrade to the $5 tier.
Yeah, the $5 tier.
For whatever other bullshit that Prime is doing. But anyway, for me and the show, it's Eric Nagel across the board on all the social medias. If you're on the iHeartRadio app, do us a kindness, leave us a positive review. No, that's the wrong thing. If you're on the iHeartRadio, I'm so tired. Put us in the #1 position on the presets. That's just something we were told to say and do. If you're on Apple, Spotify, any of those platforms, go over there and do us a kindness. Leave us a positive review. It does help out the program. If you want to join us live each and every week as we do this show, YouTube and Twitch are the place to be. At It's Eric Nagel. Join one of the live rooms. If you're going to hang around on the YouTube stuff, hey, hit like and subscribe. And also get yourself a membership for back catalogs, bonus episodes. It does help us out in a big, big way. And if you can't do all that stuff and you can only watch when you have the time or when you're damn good and ready, who are we to tell you what to do? And you would be correct. The YouTube channel is available 24/7 for your consuming needs. All right. I think that is it, right?
That is it.
Okay. We're going to get out of here. So until the next time, Jordan.
Be excellent to each other.
And we'll be seeing you.
It's Eric Nagel.
Well, I gotta go, guys, but remember this. Thomas Edison was a great man, but he was a bastard to his wife and kids.
Alas, we're out of time.
Follow It's Eric Nagel on social media platforms. For ways to watch and listen to the show, or join us for the live shows, head over to itsericnagel.com. Yo, and remember to tell 2 friends, so they can tell 2 friends, and they can tell 2 friends, they can tell 2 friends, they can tell 2 friends. You get the idea.
Keep it real, homies.